Okay, so the first thing you need to do is pick a decent map that you can practice on. I always pick Hereford, and I always start in the shooting range area, basically because you can got various targets to get. Some are fairly far distance. Also, the thing you need to pick is an operator that obviously has two different sights, so you can practice both. So if you need to practice short range, you can do so. I always pick smoke because you can also practice with his grenades if you need to, throwing them through windows and stuff. Seeing as this is just about aim, we'll start there. Okay, so the first thing about aim is you've got to practice keeping on one spot. So you pick a spot, you move, and you move your cursor, and you try to keep on that spot the entire time as you move along. So you're moving both sticks, one in one direction, one in the other, and you're trying to keep that same spot. So the reason for this is basically when you're entering rooms and such. So as you can see, when you're going to enter the room, what you need to do is you need to hug this part of the wall, so you're showing it as little as possible. There's no point in going into a room and just going like this, because they're going to see more of you as you go round. So if the enemy was that dummy there, and I just go straight in like this, he's going to see me before I can react to what he's doing. So I need to give him as little as possible to react to. So what I do is I go right up to the wall, try and keep my cursor on the outside of the wall like this, and then there I can see him. And I've shown him as little profile as me as possible. So, okay, tip 2 is moving from one object to the other. So you're trying to move from one object to the other as efficiently as possible. I'm not the best at this. I'd also like to clarify that I'm only using the right stick. Don't try to do this like left stick. So I'm not doing that. My finger is virtually not touching the left stick, and I'm just holding down that. I'm using the right stick to change. So this is the room that I like to use to work on my right stick aim correction. So what I do is I aim between these yellow things, these yellow flashlights. So I shoot, 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 and I just keep going. Obviously helps if you switch to one shot, so you're not wasting your bullets. And the idea with this is to try and get as smooth as possible. Get faster as you go. What people don't seem to work on is not only is it the horizontal you need to work on, it's also the vertical. So you can switch between those and it's quite fast. Switching between doing like a diagonal one, which requires both movements, is a lot trickier, a lot harder. So when you're going up against live people, or even if you're practicing in a terrorist hunt, aim your crosshairs down, switch, and then try to go as fast as possible to the head. I find it a lot more difficult than you would do if you were just doing that and then you switch. And also, make sure you practice not just with the ACOG or whatever sight you're used to.
15 seconds left.
Switch between sights.
10 seconds.
Also with right stick firing, what you need to be aware is if your sensitivity. If your sensitivity is too high, what you'll end up doing is overshooting the mark. So what you'll end up doing is overshooting. So as you go to do that, shoot there and go to do that one, what you'll end up doing is if your sensitivity is too high, is you shoot there and you'll end up over here somewhere because you're both too high for your reactions to work out how quickly to go across from there to there and back again. Obviously, if it's too low, what you'll end up doing is that and then going like that and then jumping on. Start like this and shoot up with this gun. Not trying to control a recoil. Those basically up to about there. There. There'll be shots that actually maybe land. But all of those bullets are now wasted, so you have to control your recoil. So just practice controlling recoil. I always use this panel here, or that one. And what I'll sometimes do is put a few bullets into that one. And then go across to this side and try to better that one. So it's just a case of practicing recoil. Now what I will say is, under pressure, you'll have a problem. Because you're not under pressure here. You can do this all day long of practicing this recoil. But when you're under pressure, you will generally be doing this sort of motion at the same time because you don't want to stand still. You have a natural affinity to try and move and shoot at the same time. But if you're coming around like this and you see somebody, then you want to try and keep your recoil on aim. Obviously, different people's guns by different recoil patterns, and every one of them has basically an algorithm that makes some bullets random. You're going to change that in the future, but at the moment some bullets are random. They don't go exactly as planned each time. So, no recoil. Recoil control. With most guns, what you need to do now is basically pick two areas that are 90-degree angle to each other. So I'll pick that bloke there, and I don't know, make a point there. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to go flick and then flick all the way around to that. So I'll start here, flick, and then flick, and then back, flick, flick. As you can see, this is difficult, and also I'm not the best aimer in the world. All you're really doing with any of these tips is you're basically getting used to moving this around, so you can control everything better. These are only exercises to get you used to moving this around and stopping it where you want it. Okay, so let's talk about headshots, the most important part of Siege. Okay, so what you should do, what happens is, on console, for some reason, I don't know, is that most people aim down as they're running along. So they run along and their crosshairs will be down here somewhere as they run along, and then when they get into a gunfight they'll try to bring them up to shoot. What you should try to make yourself do, is walk along with your crosshairs at head height. Also a handy tip is head height, these dummies, straight between the eyes, is also this buckle, this window. The buckle in the middle of the window. That is head height, and also the top of that cross, top left of that cross, is head height as well. So the lower part of the cross, it will be the opposite way around on the other side. But that is exactly on head height. Now, the reason the headshot is so important is it's a fairly misconstrued idea that the headshot is a one-shot headshot kill. It's technically not. It's actually a multiplier. to the actual base weapon damage that you can do. So the actual multiplier is base weapon times 29.411,764,7059. You can actually work that out. Basically, so if you have mirrors vector, base weapon damage is 21. So you times that by times 29 by 0.44, whatever. And obviously that takes it way over the 100 points you need to kill somebody. So when you shoot them in the head, it kills them. But it's not actually a physical one-shot headshot multiplier, which is important for the next step. Okay, this happens for all guns apart from shotguns. The shotguns do not have a headshot multiplier. So if you're running around with a shotgun, do not aim for the head. Aim for the head with a shotgun. Fair enough, one of those pellets might hit somebody in the head and cause a whole, I don't know what a shotgun does, but let's say 30 points of damage. That one pellet will do 30 points of damage, will not kill them in one shot to the head. You have to hit them with all the pellets in the head to do any damage. 8 pellets. If you're standing quite close to somebody, shoot them and get all of those 8 pellets to hit somebody straight in the head. Okay, so if you're using a shotgun, aim for the body. You'll get a spread, maximum spread will spread out, and hopefully enough pellets will hit the entire body to actually cause them to lose 100 points of damage.
Eliminate all of the terrorists.
Okay, so I'm in situations now. Now I only use the first situation. It's basically to test my aim. It's easy to do it on this because you know where all of the people are. There's one sitting outside this room, so I just test myself. Well, that wasn't a headshot. I don't know. It was on his head. Basically, you're just trying to do it as fast using the same principles as what I've just done. I tend to test myself. Try to use the right stick more than the left stick. People do tend to do this, try and line up their shots, but try to use the right stick more.
3 hostiles remaining.
Second! I'm here!
Op 4 neutralized. Mission successful. Secure the area.
Okay, so now we're using terrorists to train. Obviously the people are moving about more, they're a bit more unpredictable, not particularly a lot more unpredictable because the crap AI. But you're basically using this to test out your headshots and your reactions. Ideally you'd want to play either extract the hostage or just the general terrorist stunt where you just go around killing
Keep the
everybody.
hostage safe. Hostiles approaching.
But this works just as well. That's a hatch. Get out of there, because that's just ridiculous. Head height.
Now's our chance! Press forward!
So you just
3 hostiles left.
using this to test out your head height. One bullet left.
Hostiles eliminated.
You're testing
Hostiles
reactions, you're
regrouping.
testing
Secure the hostage.
switching between targets. If you can. Isn't probably the best idea. But all of these things are coming into play when you play terrorist stunt. Make sure when you're playing terrorist stunt, because you're practicing for the actual multiplayer,
Hostile insertion. Keep the hostage safe.
Anyway, it's aim assist disabled. Haven't used it in a while. Switched it off after about the first couple of months. If you're using aim assist, all you'll do is you'll auto lock on, and that isn't helping you when you're trying to teach yourself how to go for aim, how to go for headshot aims, and how to react. Because all you'll be doing is doing that and auto locking on. Just using my right stick to... I'm not trying to win. This is the thing. I'm not trying to beat this game. I'm just trying to change this so I can practice changing, using my right stick to shoot them.
Three hostiles remaining.
Oh, no one's coming from this way. Sound whoring again. Change my aim to the right stick, not using my left stick. Put it on here. And then I move it across
Op
if
4
need to.
neutralized. Mission successful.
Okay, so finally, what you have to remember is the human brain can only, they can see, and then they can work out what they saw, and it takes possibly about, the average person takes about a quarter of a second to work out what they've seen in a building. So if you come around here like this, you go, it will take you a quarter of a second to realise that's somebody. Okay, it will take you another quarter of a second, maybe up to half a second, depending on how fast your reflexes are, then judge that you've got to shoot that person. So that's nearly a full second of you standing there doing that. There you go, that's a full second. All they're doing is, if they're holding that angle on there because they know you're coming through, they've got that full second of you standing there looking at them to shoot you. And all they're looking for is a pixel of your body just doing that. What you need to do is you need to peek, do like a quick peek, see what's around, go back out and readjust. So for this, what you're going to be doing is, as you do this, you go in and then you go out. That was too quick, too slow, sorry. So you're going to go in, out. Okay, so now you've decided there is actually somebody there. You can hear them, you can tell when they're going to move, if your teammates ever shut up. So now you know that they're there. They also know you're there because they've seen you move, and then possibly is you do this and they'll probably start shooting at that, at this here. That's where they'll start shooting. Obviously you don't want to be at head height because they know where your head's going to come in now. So you do this and you get ready, you know they're there, take them out. Okay, do not continually peek this bit. So we go around, oh there's another one there. He knows where I am now. Don't go, because he'll be firing at this doorway, this door jam. Just here, like right at the edge. Because he's not stupid. So if you go, quick peek, oh there he is. Quick peek again. He's just gonna shoot you. You're just gonna get shot. Do not peek the same bit you peeked before. You know he's there. Crouch. Change your position. Change your profile. The old days of quick peeking are gone. You can't do this anymore. It doesn't work the same way. You can, but it just looks stupid when you do it. So, the final one. Coming around, you know there's somebody in the room, you're not quite sure where they are in the room. You've seen them on your camera, but you're not quite sure whether they've moved. Oh, there they are. Right, now you've seen them, you know they are there. You're going to do a final quick peek to make sure you've seen them properly. And you change your view and shoot them.